homework. I hate doing fractions. I don't understand these fractions. I wish somebody could help me. Hey, Melody, you're so lucky you don't have to study or do homework. I wish you could help me with my mathematics homework, then I could finish it quickly and go play with my friends.
Hello, Nick. Welcome to my humble home.
Oh, it's you, Melody, my friend.
But how did I get here?
You asked me to help you with your mathematics homework, remember?
Yes.
So, I brought you here. Now you can ask me anything on mathematics.
Oh, but now I'm here. I don't have to study mathematics anymore. I mean, we can play all day, can't we?
And no homework? Yes, it would be fun. If that's what you want, Nick, then I'm sorry. I have to send you back.
But why?
This look familiar? Do you see what's written here?
Time is precious.
Don't waste it. Good. You must remember, Nick, there is a time for play and there is a time for study.
And this is the time for play! No, I mean study. Just joking. So, what do you want to learn today? I don't understand improper fractions and mixed numbers. No problem. But first, let's do a quick revision on what fractions are. Yes. A fraction is a part of a whole object. That means if we have one sandwich and we cut it into 2 equal parts, then one of the parts is a fraction of the whole sandwich. And if I cut a cake into 4 equal parts, again, one piece could be a fraction of the whole cake. Let's look at the sandwich again. Since there are 2 equal parts, then one part is also called 1/2. And it is written like this. And if I cut the cake into 4 and remove one part, then it would be 1/4 or 1/4. Very good. And if we continued naming the other parts, we would have 2 quarters, 3 quarters, and 4 quarters. And 4 quarters make? And 4 quarters make a whole. Yes, just one other thing. If we look at the fraction, for example, 1/2, do you know the number on top and the number at the bottom each have a name? Yes, the top is called the numerator. Right, and the bottom number? Wait, I know this. Shall I get you some help? No, it's called the denominator. Right again.
A fraction is a part of a whole object. That means, if we divide an object into 2 equal parts, for example, one of the parts is a fraction of the whole object. Each part is called a half. If an object is divided into 4 parts, then the parts are called 1/4, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, and 4 quarters, which make up a whole. Also, if you remember, in a fraction, the top number is called the numerator and the bottom number is called the denominator.
Now that you remember what fractions are, Nick, it's time for us to look at your problem. I have 2 questions. I'll start with the first. What are improper fractions? Improper fractions are fractions where there are more parts than there are in the whole. Huh? Let's take an example of the sandwich again. This time we have a real sandwich. Hey, Melody, you know magic? Actually, everybody here knows magic. That's so cool. Will you teach me some tricks? Maybe later. Now, back to our sandwich. If I cut this sandwich into 4 equal pieces, we have 4 quarters. Very good, assistant. Now, if we had another sandwich and I cut this also into 4 quarters, I took one of these quarters and put them together with the first 4. What do we get? Nick, you count the pieces. 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, 4 quarters, and 5 quarters. So, if we write it as a fraction, it will be 5 over 4. Correct? Do you see something strange about this fraction? Yes, the numerator 5 is larger than the denominator 4. Very good, Nick. So, this is an improper fraction. Spot on, my friend. So, every time the numerator is larger than the denominator, it is an improper fraction. Now, let's look at 2 more examples. 5 over 3 or 5/3 is an improper fraction. So is 7 over 4 or 7 quarters. Do you like quizzes, Nick? I hate quizzes because my sister always beats me. Not to worry, I'm sure you get the answers to this quiz. Look at these 5 fractions. Tell me which are improper fractions. A, 2 over 5, B, 5 over 4, C, 7 over 3, D, 2 over 7, and E, 9/8. I pick B because the numerator 5 is larger than the denominator 4. Also C, 7 over 3, and E, 9/8. Very good. 5 over 4, 7 over 3, and 9 over 8.
Just now, Nick learned about improper fractions.
What are improper fractions?
Improper fractions are fractions where the numerator is larger than the denominator. The following are improper fractions: 4 over 3 or 4/3, 13 over 5 or 13/5, 5/2, or 5/2.
Nick, since you have been such a good pupil, I would like to give you this little present.
Huh? Wow! Melody, thank you very much.
Now let's move on to your second question.
What are mixed numbers?
A mixed number is a number that consists of a whole number and a fraction. Let's use some oranges to show what I mean. Nick, could you cut these 2 oranges? One into halves and the other into quarters.
Okay.
Now, a full orange like this is called a whole, right?
Yes.
I take 2 whole oranges and put them together with half an orange. So, I have 2 whole numbers and a half.
That's whole numbers combined with a fraction, making it a mixed number.
Correct. Now, let's see this mixed number. This is 2.5.
It's so simple.
Nick, why don't you show me an example of a mixed number?
Okay, I'll take 1 whole orange and 3/4. And when I put them together, I get 1 3/4.
And this is what 1 3/4 should look like. Got it?
Yes! What are mixed numbers?
A mixed number is a number that consists of a whole number and a fraction. Look at these examples and see if you can name the mixed numbers. We have 1, 2, 3 apples. And the fraction is 1, 2, 3, and 4 out of 5. So that's 4/5. When we put this together, we get 3 4/5. In this mixed number, we have 1, 2 oranges. The fraction is 1/8. So that is 1/8. When we join them, the mixed number will be 2 1/8.
Melody, why does my teacher want us to learn improper fractions and mixed numbers together?
That's because they're related.
Like brothers and sisters or cousins?
No, not quite. Let me explain. An improper fraction can actually be changed into a mixed number.
Oh!
And in reverse, a mixed number can actually be changed into an improper fraction. Let me show you. Give me an improper fraction.
Okay. 5/3 or 5/3.
Let me do a bit of magic.
Can I try?
You?
Yes.
Of course. Put out your hand. Your index finger? I'm going to hold your hand, and as I move it, I want you to just spin your finger.
Okay.
Here goes.
Yes!
Let's divide 5 by 3. When we divide, we get 1 on top. Multiply that by 3, we should get a 3 at the bottom. Then 5 minus 3 equals 2. So, we take the 1 as the whole number. Then, we put the remainder 2 over 3 and we get 1 and 2 over 3. Ah, I got it this time. Let's try another one. I'll do it this time. Melody, you pick an improper fraction.
Okay.
14 fifths. Now I divide 14 by 5. That would be 2 on top. Multiply that by 5 will give me 10 below. So 14 minus 10 equals 4. The whole number will be 2 and my fraction will be 4 over 5. When I add them together, I get a mixed number. That is 2 and 4 fifths. Very good, Nick. Now let's do the reverse. Change a mixed number into an improper fraction. I suggest 4 and 1/6. All we need to do is multiply the denominator and the whole number and add the answer to the numerator. So for 4 and 1/6, we multiply 6 and 4, we get 24. Then we add 24 to 1, we get 25 over 6. Correct!
To change an improper fraction into a mixed number, we divide the numerator by the denominator. We put the remainder over the denominator and we add it to the whole number. And the answer will be a mixed number. In the example just now, Nick suggested 5 over 3 or 5/3. When we divide 5 by 3, we put 1 on top. Multiply the 1 by 3, we should get a 3 at the bottom. Then 5 minus 3 equals 2. When we put the remainder 2 over the denominator 3 and add it to the whole number, which is 1, we get 1 and 2/3. Now, let's change a mixed number into an improper fraction. We first multiply the denominator to the whole number and add the answer to the numerator. We'll take 4 and 1/6 as an example. We multiply 6 to the 4, we get 24. Then we add 24 to 1 and we get 25 over 6.
Well, Nick, looks like you have learned enough on improper fractions and mixed numbers for one day.
Thanks, Melody. Wouldn't be able to do it without your help. Now I understand improper fractions and mixed numbers.
Good. Now you should be able to do your homework.
I suppose I have to go home now.
Yes, but anytime you have a question on mathematics, just call me.
I sure will.
Bye, Melody. Goodbye.
I have here my mother's recipe for fruit punch. It contains improper fractions and mixed numbers. Susie, Alvin, I would like both of you to help me make the punch.
I hope I can remember mixed numbers and improper fractions.
Don't worry, Alvin. Nick and I will help you. Now, let's begin by looking at all the ingredients.
What are ingredients?
Oh, those are the things that we will put in the punch. Thank you, Susie, for explaining that.
No problem.
3½ oranges.
2 3/4 of apples.
5 halves of lime.
6/4 of pineapple.
2½ tablespoons of sugar.
Since my mother's already cut the fruits into halves and quarters, it'll be easier for us to count. Now I am picking 3½ oranges. 1, 2, 3, and a half.
These are 2 3/4 of apples. 1, 2, 1/4, 2/4, and 3/4.
I am picking 5 halves of lime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Very good. Very, very, very good. Now I'm picking 6/4 of pineapple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so now I'm taking 2½ tablespoons of sugar. 1, 2, and a half.
Now are we ready to make our punch?
Yes, we are. Okay.
Hey, this fruit punch is really tasty.
Yeah, that's your mom's recipe, Nick.
I hope we don't finish all the punch before the party.
Anybody want more?
Yes, please.